And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and it is time to talk about the market in NBA 2K22, my team. So this is about the least crashed I think I've ever seen the market because of these maxed out packs, which in theory were kind of a cool concept, I guess, because they gave each player a 99 attribute of some sort. And these will be horrendous later in the season if they decide to do these again. Just wait. Just wait until we get like a glitched maxed out card, which we will, and it will be terrible. But in the meantime, let's take a look at some of these cards real quick and see who's worth it. Nobody is opening these packs. They're very expensive and their odds are not very good. So let's take a look at the cards from the set in general. We got Keon Johnson, who honestly, he's whatever, I guess. He's okay. I guess. He's all right. There's nothing really spectacular about him. He's like a decent defender. He can get steals and stuff, but I don't know. He dunks real hard. I guess. I don't know. He's expensive too. He's like 5 or 6K, which I think is ridiculous. I think there's absolutely no point to pick this card up unless you're like a Keon Johnson's fan. Then by all means go and pick them up. But I don't really think there's any other reason. I mean, look at this is a Ruby card in a non-guaranteed pack, and there's not even really that many of them. That's actually crazy. There's a lot in the 1 hour, 7 minute mark. Somebody was ripping packs at that point. Then we got JJ Redick. I mean, he's got a 99 free throw. Of course he does. He's an altogether decent sniping, Ruby card, but he's really expensive. He's like 5 or 6K. Oh God, he's even more. Well, he's probably still about 5 or 6K. That's probably where he teeters out at. But realistically, there's absolutely no reason to pick up JJ Redick when guys for instance, Kevin Huerter, Tyler Hero, Kyle Korver, when those guys exist, there's no point to pick up Redick. You know what I mean? Kevin Huerter and Tyler Hero do everything Redick does, but better. Honestly, I'd be willing to say that Dylan Windler is probably just as good, if not better. I actually love Dylan Windler. This is one of my favorite cards in the game. So, at the Sapphire tier, I should say. Sorry, my brain's kind of maxed out right now, just like the packs. I've been streaming for the last 2 hours playing Clutch Time, and I can just tell you that I'm this close to having an aneurysm. This game mode is not doing me justice. Then we got my boy White Chocolate Williams. He is not very good. I will say that, at all. He's a good passer. I mean, that he's good at, but even he's 4,000 MT. I think this might actually be one of the first packs I'm ever going to say none of the players are worth picking up. I'm going to try my best to shine a positive light on these players, but I can't. Alex Caruso is actually pretty good. I will say that. He's probably the best Amethyst point guard available, and he's probably a top 15 point guard in the game, maybe. Maybe, I would say. He's good. He's for sure good, but he is expensive, and there's a reason for that. He's got nice size. He can attack the rim. He plays good defense. He's going for 20K right now. I don't know if he's necessarily worth that. He does have the dynamic duo too. I don't remember who his dynamic duo is though. I think it's DeMar DeRozan actually. He's pretty good. I mean, look at that face. He looks so confused, but also so angry at the same time. I love Alex Caruso, dude. It should have been Bulls Alex Caruso on this card. I will say that confidently. 20K is a little bit too much for him, though. I don't really think he's worth that price, especially because you can go buy Trae Young and IT for that price occasionally. Then we got Kareem. It's just kind of the old slow Kareem we get every single year at the Amethyst tier. I don't think he's worth it either. He's got the 99 post hook, but they kind of nerfed paint mashing. If they didn't nerf paint mashing, I would say he's probably worth it, but he's not worth it at all. He's going for 10K. Dikembe. The 99 block is very helpful, and I think for block-based challenges in the future, he's going to be very nice with 99 block. 64 speed's not great, but he does have Hoff rim protector, all the defensive badges you really need him to have, except bronze clamps for some reason. Why do they always give my man Dikembe bronze clamps? I guess he would be a little too overpowered if he had Hall of Fame clamps. But he's still over 10K, which is too much. But I mean, he would be the one I would say is the most worth picking up for future challenge purposes, because that 99 block is going to come into check at some point. Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's actually one of the more slept on cards in this set, but he's still over 50K and absolutely not worth that. Like, Aaron Gordon looks really good, and if he was 20 or 30K, I would say he's absolutely worth that price. But you can get Andre Karelinko for cheaper, and he's just better than Aaron Gordon. Wiggins is ridiculously overpriced. That being said, as per usual, Wiggins is very good in 2K, but not for 100K. For 100K, you could literally build a starting lineup. That's not worth just picking up Wiggins. 99 dunks, nice, yes, but I mean, I think he's like 80K or something now. He's still not worth it, though, for that price. I really don't think he is. Archibald is terrible. Like, post-patch, he's terrible. Pre-patch, maybe he was pretty good with 99 speed. But since they nerfed basically speed and quick first step in general, like, he's absolutely not worth it. Ray Allen is good, but very expensive. I mean, he's a sniper. I mean, he is what he is. You kind of know what you're getting with Ray Allen at this point. He does only have the gold limitless spot up and gold chef, which kind of does hamper his value just a little bit. I think he'd be a little too overpowered, though, if he had Hoff. He's decent. Tim Duncan is an excellent post threat and a very good center in this game. One of the only players I would say that does a good job of keeping up with D-Rob and Hakeem. That being said, once again, a little too expensive. The NBA 75 versions are more of the same, I would say. Like, Nate Archibald is super cheap. I mean, I guess if you want to pick him up because you're going for the collector level for like the 70s or whatever, sure. I mean, sure, but the 1970s cards are probably going to be the cheapest to fill out because I can't really think that was kind of a dead era for the NBA in general. Like, the Dr. J that's going to come out is probably going to be pretty expensive, but I think the rest of the cards are going to be relatively cheap because no one cares about the 1970s at all whatsoever in regards to NBA history. So you could probably fill these out significantly easier than you're going to be able to fill out like the 80s or whatever, because it's just Thurman and Archibald so far. The 80s will probably be cheap, but it's once we get that Magic Johnson, that card's going to be ridiculously expensive. So, who's the other one? I forgot. Tim Duncan. Yep. He's actually not as expensive as I thought he would be. He's still kind of expensive. You can give him shooting badges and stuff. Timmy D is just not the greatest card this year, but he's better than a lot of people think he is. He's a very, very solid interior presence. Once again, because no one's opening these packs, I don't really think it's worth it. So now we're going to do something different in regards to the market video. Now, something I haven't done before, but I'm going to tell you essentially which cards are worth buying right now and which cards are worth selling right now. I know that sounds like what I normally do, but here's what I mean. John Wall. If you have John Wall, you should sell John Wall. The reason I say that is the era of the small point guard is ending soon. It would be very beneficial for you to get rid of John Wall. That being said, does he have Hoff Limitless? No, he doesn't. He has Hoff Sniper. Okay. Yeah, it'd be beneficial for you to get rid of John Wall. Klay Thompson, I think, is another card that I think will be very beneficial to get rid of while his value is extremely high due to clutch time right now. A lot of people are going to sell their Klay Thompsons once they get like Michael Redd and Jason Richardson and stuff like that. So it'd be good to get out on top of that and make some MT while you can, if you don't plan on playing competitively. Look, the next 250 qualifier, none of these cards are going to be worthwhile anymore at that point, or ran. Anthony Davis, absolutely. If you have this card, you need to sell him ASAP. This is the highest his value will be forever. I would get out ahead of that. You can replace him with Andre Karelinko or something for significantly less. Same with David Robinson. I would say D-Rob, no matter what's going on, like, you need to get rid of him. If you're playing this game competitively, I mean, you want to run D-Rob, he's the best center in the game. I feel like there's no real argument against that. Some other guys that I would recommend getting rid of, Dolph Schayes, certainly. Also, we're seeing 2K kind of change power balancing a little bit. Pink Diamonds are coming out with more Hoff badges, so we're going to see some of these guys start to get outclassed pretty soon. Kevin Durant's another guy that I would recommend selling at your earliest convenience. We usually see the Pink Diamond KDs start to get a little bit outclassed around this time, typically around Christmas. I guarantee we get another LeBron here really soon. Andre Karelinko is a guy that I would probably recommend selling as well. You could keep him or sell him. I don't really think it's like necessary either way. You know what I mean? If you want to keep AK because you like him, fine. if you want to get 50K, he's only ever going to go down from this price. That I will say for certain. Both versions of AK. The NBA 75 guys, I recommend holding all of those because they all will go up in value, especially when the cards get revealed. Giannis, I think, would even go up in value to a certain extent. Like I think he would. We're already seeing James Harden go up in value as well. It's kind of interesting. I think D-Rob will probably go up in value. I mean, like everyone's using D-Rob, so nobody's really selling him right now. But I think he'll go up in value as well. So that's just my personal thing. I guess it's not totally different than what I normally do, but I wanted to talk about that. Steph Curry is another guy I would sell. His value is at an all-time high right now due to clutch time. He is easily the most overpowered clutch time point guard, and you can get almost double what he was going for before if you sell right now. He was going for like 110K last week. Now you can get almost 200K for him. I would highly recommend selling him. And if you really want to play with Steph, sell that version of Steph and go pick up this one, because this one is significantly cheaper. Way cheaper. Or you could just run Trae Young. Basically the same. It's not. It's not. That's a lie. De'Aaron Fox is way up as well. He was like 50K. By the way, we're going to get a new batch of moments as well. One guy I would recommend picking up because he's really fun to use is Christian Wood. He's not bringing you any defense, but he's a very fun big man to use. That Ray Allen base is just very nice. It is. My man Lou Dort. Shout out to Lou Dort. I like Lou Dort a lot. I don't know why. I just do. I don't know if we're still getting primetime guys or not. I really don't know what's going on there. If you have any of these cards, I mean, they're going for so low that it's probably not the worst idea to just keep them. I would still try to get ahead of it by selling them because they're only ever going to go down. Think of the what were the ones in 2K20? What were the cards in 2K20? It wasn't idols. It was what were the other ones, dude? It was like all the old players were in them. This is going to bother me. Somebody commented it down below. What were the packs in 2K20 with all like the 1960s guys and stuff? I don't remember. Damn, that hurts. Anyways, we got a bunch of new shoe colorways in the mix. We didn't really get anything that people would want to badge up, so I would hold firm on your badges right now. I have a couple decent ones. If I ever pull any of the really high tier cards, I'll throw them on there, but I mean, that'll probably never happen. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Leads. I will be back with more content tomorrow. Didn't get a chance to do a limited tips video, so I will drop it tomorrow. I'm also going to do top 10 budget guy. Well, I probably won't. This release was kind of whack, so I probably won't do top 10 budget guys, but I'll do some other stuff. And have a good day, man. My brain is like so fried right now. Like this game is stressing me out so much. Don't work yourself up playing this game like I do. Peace out.